Is Ye and Dave and many others 100% wrong? Nah, we gotta figure that out. Because according to the law of non-resistance, no one is 100% wrong. So there must be a little bit right. Stick around and let's find out if it's true. Welcome back to the channel, good people. IBMC. Where here we discuss and analyze success, business, ideas, sports, and other hot topics. Now we're going to continue with Dave Chappelle here in a situation where he was dealing with contracts. Now you've heard it before, I've heard it before, but let's look at it from a different perspective and let's put it in the context. The next clip coming from Ye just so happened to take place after he had a sit down with Lex Friedman, which is a Jewish podcast, just as Dave had with Netflix.
Do you know why Prince, the famous rock star that was a friend of mine, do you know why he called himself the artist when he came back? He calls himself the artist because that's what they call us in our contracts.
Think about it, that sounds like the type wording that's in the contracts, right? Okay, it says, such as, especially but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy.
It's so complicated, in fact, that when you're a kid like me, you have to hire somebody to tell you what that means. And you sit down at a table and you do the contract game. And that's how I got with Comedy Central.
I've had experiences where it felt like I was being teamed up on, and I didn't realize that that term would be considered to be anti-Semitic. So I had a mediation with Adidas today, and
I signed the contract. But I signed the contract the way that a 28-year-old expectant father that was broke signs a contract. I was desperate. I needed a way out, and it wasn't good money, and it wasn't good circumstances, but what else am I gonna do, I said. And all these white people sitting at that table told me, trust us, Dave, it's a good contract. And I looked around the table and they all seemed to agree it was a good contract. But what if it was like that game of 3-card Monte? What if they were all friends and I didn't know it?
I left Nike because Nike wouldn't give me a percentage for my shoes, and I had the Red October, and my girlfriend at the time was pregnant, and I needed to get some money, because if I was the kid that just had the red shoes, I could have never been a black man wearing a red hat.
The bag of money was Iceberg's money in the first place. What was I talking about? What was I trying to tell you? Last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, I call Lauren Michaels and I tell him, okay, I'll do it. I'll do Saturday Night Live on election night. And the day I made that phone call, the day I committed to it, it gets announced that Netflix is streaming Chappelle's show. Not just Netflix, HBO Max is streaming it too.
When the like Nike would have shut me down immediately, right?
Right, yeah.
But because Adidas was a German company, it gave me a little bit more room to be able to express myself and to actually have a political opinion as an American, that I wasn't forced into a political opinion because of the color of my skin.
Tell you another story about HBO. No, hear me out. Did you know, before Chappelle's show was at Comedy Central, I pitched that show to HBO. I told them what I wanted to do. Now, these are executives. All they have to do is say, yeah, we'll take it, or no, thank you, we won't. But they didn't say either of those things. They went too far. They said, literally, what do we need you for? That's what they told me, because they kicked me out of the office. What do we need you for? And here we are, all these years later,